I'm Madison and welcome back to my channel, MaddCrafty. I am sitting in my brand new, took 6 months to make dream craft room, and in it is of course what you see right behind me, the dream box and the dream cart. So today I wanted to share with you some tips and tricks that I think you should know before you build your dream box, because I did it. Actually, my boyfriend, he did it, but there were some things that we learned along the way that I think would be helpful to share with you guys. So if you recently ordered one, especially if you ordered the DIY one, keep listening. Okay, tip number 1. If you do not already belong to the Facebook group, join the Facebook group. There's really no negativity on this group, no like attacking each other. Everyone, in my experience, has been really nice and super helpful. People actually respond really quickly. If you have a question about anything regarding this box, type it in and you'll get a lot of responses. The group is really supportive, so definitely, without a doubt, join the group if you haven't already. Tip number 2, measure the out of the space before you put this big mama in there. I'll tell you why. I did. I thought that I measured correctly. I didn't. Actually, this was, I don't know. I did it wrong, and I did it so many times and it was still wrong, and thank goodness it fit in this room. But the only thing that happened was I am not able to keep my dream cart open the way I want it to and keep the table here. So I don't know if you can see, but I don't have the dream box table. I just keep the dream cart out. So really measure. Even a rug, measure the rug, measure the TV, especially if you're working in a very small space like I am. This is a really small room, probably the size of like a little bit of a glorified small bathroom. I don't know if that makes sense. It was not what I thought in my head. So measure over and over, and maybe even ask someone else to also measure with you or for you, just to be sure. Number 3, I highly suggest pre-planning where you're gonna put what. There is actually a picture that you can fill out, or you can make one like I did. You wanna kind of see where you're gonna put everything, because it really does matter once this is built. I'll say that I was so overwhelmed, and it took me maybe a month and a half to get everything where I wanted it, to make it perfect, because you know, you put markers here and then you'll say, oh no, like markers could go in X, Y, and Z. This could fit better here. There are endless options of, you know, where you can put your crafts. So try to maybe even map out 2 options so that when you're finished building it, you're not overwhelmed and you're like, yeah, I got this. Because I think that I thought I had a good plan and it wasn't. It kind of turned into something better. Anyway, I really am happy with it, but I would try to sort out your brain before you fill it up. Number 4. So if you are building this yourself or with someone, or if someone is doing it for you, I would be in the room and I will tell you why. So I had one piece that had like dripping glue on it. And that's something that like doesn't really bother me, because I am a messy person and I probably wouldn't have noticed, but it was on a big piece and I only noticed after the whole box was put together. Now, of course, I contacted Create Room. They were wonderful. They said, you know, they totally helped me out. They said they'll totally send a new piece, but I wasn't gonna take it all apart just to put that piece back in, because it took a long time for my boyfriend to build it. But if you're someone that something like that might drive you crazy, before you put each piece in, I would just examine everything, even the shelves. Look, make sure there are no nooks, make sure there's no glue droppings, make sure there's no cut scripts, whatever. Create Room will totally help you out. They'll send you a new piece, but you know, things like that do happen. You know, they build them in warehouses, etc., I guess. So sometimes you come across a piece that maybe has a little blur, you know, something on it. So yeah, definitely examine each and every single piece before you nail, screw, or drill it in that thing. Number 5. I did this and I think you should too. Read the directions, like 3 times before you build this. Just familiarize, is that even how you say it? Whatever. Really get to know these instructions, because the instructions I think are actually good, and there's pictures and stuff. And if you have someone building it for you, you can kind of help out in the back. It's kind of like a backseat driver sort of ordeal. But it really is helpful. So don't just kind of open up the directions and then say, let's go. Go online, find the directions, they'll be emailed to you, read them a bunch of times, maybe even send them to the person that's gonna help you build it. It will really, really be helpful. Also on that note, a lot of people in the group say, oh, the directions are in box so-and-so. It's true. I think, I forget which box they're in, but you kind of got to search for the directions in there. So I didn't want to do that. So I took out the iPad and we kind of, you know, looked on there. So there's that. Number 6. So I keep my dream box permanently open because of the size of my room. And I also chose not to install the main table in the middle. I like to have access to the big shelves on the bottom, and when you have that table, it looks like it may be annoying because when you want to close it, you gotta fold it down, etc. And I actually didn't decide that I didn't want the table until the very end when I looked at it. And had I known before, there are these kind of white pieces that I'll put up on the screen that didn't need to be installed if I wasn't going to use the middle table. So they're there, and they're like a little bit fugly. So I'm not going to take them out now, but had I known, I wouldn't have even installed them. So that's definitely another thing to think about when you get your dream box or dream cart. Kind of decide, like, do I want this table? But to piggyback on that, I know some people might be concerned and say, you know, that middle table stabilizes the entire dream box. Will it tip over? I am telling you, she is sturdy. No one is tipping her over. Also on that note, if you are someone that's gonna keep this dream box open 24/7 like I am, if you write to Dreambox and tell them that, they will send you an extra security kind of belt thing to attach in the back. So instead of having the one in the center, you can have 2 on either side, which is what I did. So she's not falling over. She's not. It feels like really, really sturdy. Even without that, it felt sturdy. But be safe and definitely, you know, keep her to the wall. Okay, number 7. So I know that the Dreambox has a new and improved shelving system, but if you are someone who ordered it before that happened and you're gonna be using the pegs, I am telling you, it is like a love-hate relationship with those pegs. In the beginning, I was like, not gonna happen. I had bloody knuckles. But once you get the hang of it, it's really not that bad. They really do work, especially with that black tool. That little black tool in there, that's to help you put the pegs in, right? When I got frustrated and I'm like pushing them in, the hole, like the little stuff that's surrounding the hole, it's some of it would scrape off. So some of the holes have this, like, you know, the inside, the brown to it, and it doesn't look good. So please try and take breaks, because like I said, I'm a messy person. It doesn't really bother me. I cover it. But if you are someone that will drive you nuts, you're not going to be happy. So be gentle. And also, one last thing that I didn't do when I was building it, you have to put your shelves in from the center and up and down. So don't start putting your shelves in at the top and going down. Find that middle area, put that shelf in first, and then go up and down, up and down, up and down. That's because, like, the walls of the Dreambox kind of needs that stabilization in the middle. Number 7, I think. So when you are customizing your Dreambox before you order it, there's an option to put these shelves right over here. If you're gonna do that, make sure that you know what you plan on putting under the shelves. So the reason I didn't get shelves was because I knew that I was gonna put my sewing machine right in the center. And if I had the shelves, the sewing machine, it wouldn't fit. So keep that in mind. That's why I said pre-plan what you want to put there, because you don't want to get these shelves and then it comes and you're like, damn it, this big item, which is, you know, what that center part is for, it doesn't fit. That would be so frustrating. So there's a little tip for that. And then finally, number 8, I just wanted to give you some of the ideas that I used For my dream box, maybe you want to use them too. So for my medium totes, I made little labels and I got little clothespins from the Dollar Tree, $1 for a bunch of them. And there's nothing more to say. That's how I label my boxes. I thought it looked really cute all together, so if you want to try that idea too, instead of putting vinyl on the front or instead of using something sticky, I don't like to put anything sticky on my stuff. I want it to be just like temporary, like that. So this is perfect if you're someone who also doesn't like the stickiness. On that note, I also have these little clear plastic drawers from the Container Store, I believe, that I thought I would have to throw out, but they actually fit perfectly in this little spot. I think this is great because, like I said, I didn't get those shelves at the top. These were kind of my mini shelf fill-ins that I also wanted. I'll attach a link if I could find them. They fit perfectly, and I still got shelves without buying them with the dream box. So I think that's all the information I have to give right now. If you want to see my entire craft room in depth with a full tour of the dream cart, the dream box, everything that's in here, you can click on this link in the corner. I'll also put it in the description box below. You can check that out. I had such an amazing time creating this dream craft room, and this made it a dream. It's a dream box, so. Yep, it's a dream. It's all a great dream. If there are any tips and tricks that you learned from building your dream box or dream cart that you think would help someone else, please comment below. Read through the comments, everyone. We're all here to help each other out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you could press the thumbs up button and subscribe for more fun, crafty, adult vlogging, unboxing, just the crafty universe video content. It would be great if you subscribed because I will be delivering that. You can find me on Instagram at MaddCrafty, and I will see you next time. Bye!